All right, y'all. So now we're gonna write out the hypothesis. We want to use these sample data to determine if there is convincing evidence that the name brand granola bars have more chocolate chips than generic granola bars on average. There's that key word again. Okay. Before we talk about that, let's go ahead and write out our hypothesis. So we've got the null, and this one's going to be worded a little bit different. So let's just say the number of chocolate chips is the same. We're not going to do same ability. I mean, granola bars don't really have an ability. So we're going to say the number of chocolate chips is the same in the name brand or generic. Okay, easy peasy. And then the alternative. So we're still going to use the number of chocolate chips. Okay, and again, we're not giving it personable power. We're not saying it has an ability, so we're just going to say the number of chocolate chips is greater. So we're still using those words, those same and greater words. And it seemed like it was more in the name brand, so we're writing that first here, and that is important. In the name brand than generic, or generic brand, if you want to add that. Generic brand. I guess we write that because we did write name brand. We'll go back and write brand there. Okay. Now the test stat. This is where this keyword comes in. Okay. Even though we made the box plot, notice on average back here on the very first page. On average. Okay, on average is not talking about the median. It is talking about the mean. So we are going to subtract the average name brand's average. Okay, this is what it looks like in your calculator, X bar, minus generic average. Okay, and I have those numbers in my calculator. You may have to go back and plug that back into your table. But here's the name brand average, 27.97, minus the generic, which is 10.87. Remember, I just got those from my calculator. So our test stat is 17.1. Okay, and that was taken the name brand mean, subtracting the generic mean. Okay. Now we're going to simulate. We haven't done this in a while. Explain how to simulate the distribution of the test statistic. So you got to go back and look at your original data. Okay. So there was 30 name brand and 30 generic. So that lets me know the total number. I'm going to do this with note cards. So I would say use 60 note cards. That's for the 30 name brand and the 30 generic. And you're going to write on there the number of chocolate chips. Number of chocolate chips. Okay, so basically all these numbers here, 14, 6, 3, 14, 11, 13, all the way over to here, 27, 14, all the way over. Okay, so I'm going to write all of those numbers. I left out numbers, y'all, sorry. Okay, let me erase that. Write the number of the chocolate chips. In each bar on a card. Okay, shuffle all the cards together. And randomly deal into 2 piles of, guess how many each? Of, how many do you think? How many? 30. Hopefully you were thinking that. Right? 30 to represent the name brand, 30 to represent the generic. All right? I will find the mean of each pile. Find the average. Find the mean of each pile. Okay, that's basically what we already did when we found our test stat, but now we're finding the mean of each pile. And subtract the name brand mean, right? Just like we did up here. Same thing. Subtract the name brand mean minus the generic mean. Record this value on a dot plot. Okay. And repeat this process, 99 times, or do this 100 times. Repeat. If I'm saying repeat this process. I would also put in there at least 99 times. Maybe you want to do it 9,999 times. All right. So I'm going to stop here, and I want you to continue on. I think the next question is going to ask you to describe the information provided by the dot plot, determine your p-value, and then draw a conclusion. Okay, and then I'll post those answers, but try it first before you just go diving into my answers. Okay.